Good evening, everyone. This is Alan coming here with another installment of our DIY self-help credit repair options. We're going to start the live stream in just a few minutes. I'm just going to share it throughout the group so that everyone gets a chance to get in on this great information. Stay tuned. We'll be starting here soon. going to join us tonight for this great conversation. Everybody come on in. We're going to go over some really great information here. What makes up your credit score? It's one of the big questions that we see consistently in the groups. So we just decided that we'd take the time out to create this video and answer that exact question. And you'll be surprised that you're probably familiar with all of the different elements that make up your credit score. So let's get right into it. What exactly makes up the credit score? That's a big question. Like I said at the top of this video, that's a big question that a lot of people seem to be asking in the groups. So we wanted to take the time to just go ahead and clear the air. This way, all of our members in all of our groups have the ability to refer to this video and get the information that they need. This way, if you forget or you're second guessing yourself, you can always go back to the video. So your credit score has 5 basic elements. Your payment history, which makes up 35%. Your credit use, which is 30%. Length of credit history, 15%. Types of credit, 10%, and inquiries, which is 10% as well. And we're going to go over each of these 5 elements here shortly. Now, your payment history is 35%, which is considerably the most important part of your credit score. It's making up the bulk of your credit score. So what is your payment history? It's are you making on-time payments? This is where your late payments are calculated into your score. How are you paying your bills? It's going to hold the most weight in your credit score. And there's a good reason why that is. Because, the creditors are extending you additional loans. And what they want to know, essentially, how are you paying your bills? Are you paying on time? The next section is your credit use, which is another big portion. So with payment history and credit use, it's 65% of your score. And most often, credit use is referred to as utilization. Do you have, your credit cards maxed out? If you keep your credit card balance below 30%, you are in a good range. The best range for utilization is going to be between 1 and 9%. That's where you're going to see the biggest jump in your score if you have your utilization between 1 and 9%. And we're going to actually make an entire video on utilization where we go over the different methods of paying your credit card debt down and when the best time to actually make payments on your credit cards. But let's move on to the portions of your actual credit score. Length of credit history. What is your oldest account? And how long have you had that account? Some people have credit cards that are 10 years old. Some have credit cards that are 7 years old, 5 years old, and they're in good standing. And they've been making on-time payments with those credit cards. So their credit scores are going to see the most value from continuing to have those credit cards opening. And that's another reason why, you have to pay attention to when you're closing accounts. The credit bureaus and the scoring model does not look favorable on accounts being closed. So the longer you have the account open, the better, and the higher your score. Types of credit used, which is the next section, and that's 10%. This is where a good mix of credit comes into play. Revolving accounts. Some people understand the difference between revolving accounts and installment accounts, and others don't. So a revolving account is where if you have a balance, say of $500, you use $10, and then pay that $10 back, you're back to the $500. It just keeps revolving. As long as you pay it back, the money is still available to you, or the balance will still be available to you. An installment account is something that over time, you're going to be paying it off. So that's like your mortgage or car payment. You're paying a loan that was given to you off in installments, in increments. So every month you're making a payment and that loan balance is going down and down and down. And the credit bureaus actually look favorable with the scoring model on, having a good mix of accounts. So you want some revolving accounts and you want some installment loans. They want to know that you're actually managing your money correctly. And we'll just move on to the last one, and which is a big one for people as far as discussing it, and that's inquiries. But you'll see here, a lot of people pay attention to it, but it's one of the things that has the least effect on your credit score, 10%. It's good to remove inquiries, but that shouldn't be your focus if you're really looking to move your score into the upper 600s, 700s, and so on. Every time you apply for a line of credit, it will lower your credit score. Every time you apply for a line of credit, it's going to lower your credit score. So if you're pulled in, if you're using Credit Karma and there's a deal and they say that, you have a good chance of getting a particular credit card and you apply for that credit card, it's going to hit your credit score. It's just the way that it works. It doesn't matter that Credit Karma actually, suggested the particular card. The credit bureaus and the credit scoring model doesn't care where the suggestion came from. If you apply for a credit card, it's going to lower your score. And inquiries stay on your credit reports for 2 years, but they have the greatest impact on your score. They impact your score the most within the first 12 months. So, when you get it, within that 12-month period after getting it, that's when it's going to have the greatest impact. So if you're chasing inquiries that are, 18 months old, 17 months old, they're going to have a slight effect on your credit score. 1 or 2 points, 10 points maybe, but it's not going to impact your score the way that you may think that it will. So those are the 5 elements of your credit score. And again, pay particular attention to your payment history and your credit use. That's 65% of your score. Payment history and credit use. How are you paying your bills? If you want someone to give you more money, you have to show them that you're actually, a good candidate for them to lend you more money. It just makes sense. So we just wanted to go over that with you guys and ensure that we are giving you good content and information that you can actually use and turn your credit situation around and build those great credit scores. It's the reason why you come to this group. It's the reason why you trust Kredair. So it's just a little short video, and we'll be signing out for the evening. Get back with us on Thursday. We will be coming back with you with another video. Renee may be doing the video on Thursday, or maybe me. But, we appreciate you guys, being a part of our groups, and also, just giving us feedback. If you have any questions, remember, you can always, direct message us, give us a call if you need some help. You just don't have the time to, repair your credit yourself. Kredair LLC is here to help you out. You guys have a great night.